Before we go to the latest from Croatia, some breaking news. Boris Nemtsov, a top Russian opposition politician who was a deputy prime minister in the 1990s under Boris Yeltsin, was shot dead near the Kremlin in Moscow on Friday evening. This comes ahead of a march against the war in Ukraine. Russian President Vladimir Putin was quick to condemn the killing. And in Croatia, after 12 consecutive quarters of decline, Croatia's GDP finally saw very modest growth in the final quarter of 2014. The economy grew by 0.3%. The government sees this as a sign that there is a light at the end of the tunnel, while the opposition has been quick to point out that 1 quarter of meagre growth doesn't mean Croatia's out of the recession. Also, former finance minister and current independent MP Slavko Linic is not an optimist. He said in an interview with Croatian radio this morning that the problem was that just 1,300,000 people were working, and this was simply not enough to generate growth. Speaking to Croatian radio television on Friday evening, President Kolinda Grabar-Kitarović said that she was proposing that a topical session of the government to be held on a number of issues, including the economic and social situation, unemployment, utilization of European funds. She said that the session needs to be well prepared, stressing that it was not her intention to simply come in and criticize the work of the government, but to help get things back on track. And on a different note, the Istrian town of Pazin is currently hosting a 2-day event focusing on honey production that the area is well known for. Istria has some 400 beekeepers registered and some 13,000 beehives, and the number is set to be growing. However, over the past 10 years, since the honey fair has been organized for the first time, there's been a considerable drop in the amount of honey gathered, and this past year has been especially bad in Istria, with just 10% of the honey that used to trickle in gathered. Some blame climate change for this, but it has been stressed that planting more plants that the bees feed on and introducing a nomadic way of honey production with hives being moved a lot more should help in improving production. And in sports, Ivan Dodig of Croatia and Brazilian Marcelo Melo have made it into the finals of the ATP tournament in Acapulco. They beat Colombia's Juan Sebastian Cabal and Robert Farah 4-6, 7-6 and 10-4. They're to play Mariusz Fistenberg and Santiago Gonzalez in the final. Turning to the weather, cloud to linger in the afternoon inland, passing light rain still possible in Slavonia and some sections at higher elevations. Prevalently sunny along the coast, partly sunny in the south, but mostly dry. Moderate to strong bora in the northern and parts of the central Adriatic, reaching gale force at the foot of Mount Velebit. Afternoon temperatures mostly between 4 and 9 degrees inland and up to 16 along the coast. In the coming days, changeable inland with rain on Monday, fog and frost on Sunday morning in places. Moderate to strong southwesterly winds with daily highs increasing. Partly sunny along the coast on Sunday, but later changeable with rain in places, particularly on Monday. Bora and northwesterly winds to turn to southwesterly on Sunday. Monday to see passing moderate to strong southeasterly winds. No change in temperatures expected.